All right, what is this? Fourth video for the night. Okay, deep dive into Tachikoma. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. So this is the third of the Collab units that I'm going to be doing a deep dive on. My thoughts right off the bat. Not very impressed. Not very impressed. You see on the stream, I got him on all my 3 accounts, but not impressed. I haven't done a whole lot of testing with him. We'll discuss it at the end of the video, but you know how I do these deep dives. We're gonna go do look at some pre-recorded footage because I did get him to Immortal 0 this morning on my main account, which is my spending account. I got all the time travelers up to Immortal. I got Motoko at X30 and Hyper Evolved. I got Purin at X30. I am not X30ing Batu, and I am not X30ing this guy. That's going to pretty much give you guys a little hint of where I'm going to be going in this deep dive. But you know how we do this. We're going to go look at the pre-recorded footage. We're going to go over his kit. We're going to go over his gear. I'm going to try to show you a little bit of gameplay, and then we'll give final thoughts. So let's move on over. Tachikoma, let's dive in. This cinematic, it is what it is. It's basically a reskin, right? Like there's Purin in the passenger seat. It's like it's the same cinematic, and then they just kind of like intercut the individual characters' part. So it's the same one in the Purin one. It's just then it goes into Purin in the vehicle and yada yada yada. Anyways, this character Tachikoma, so annoying in the show. Probably the #1 reason why I stopped watching the show. But anyways, we're gonna go over the kit of Tachikoma, and then we're gonna get into the gear. Very weird, poorly low designed character in my opinion. Like this is supposed to be a battle mech that I'm scared of. If you guys don't know, go watch the original anime and watch the battle mech at the end of that. That was the mech that we needed, that was the mech we deserved, not this one, which we definitely do not. Anyway, enough of my griping. Let's dive into the kit real quick. Okay, this is the ultimate Tachikoma, or Tachikoma, whatever, is an energy-based ultimate. So Tachi fires a claw that entangles one enemy, stops their movement, paralyzes, and stuns them for 5 seconds. You could have just said stuns them for 5 seconds, right? But they had to add this debuff paralyze. During the duration, Tachikoma will fire at the target 10 times, kind of at ranged a bit, and then each time she strikes, it's going to deal damage equal to 20% of her max HP, not HP. This skill prioritizes heroes as targets, so it's not going to target a summon. Not that, well, I guess it matters. You want to stun a main hero, not a summon. That's for sure. Talent modifier. This skill, the ultimate, deals 100% more damage to paralyzed enemies in the Ghost in a Shell collab event. Like Purin, this is going to be a dead skill come 2 weeks. Very unfortunate. Just make it do 40% of Tachi's max HP and call it done, or say doubles the damage based, or increases the damage to double, or whatever, 40%. Like they could have done this differently. They didn't have to make it exclusive to the Ghost in the Shell collab event, which is going to be done in 12 days. The exclusive effect enhancement: while a target is paralyzed for those 5 seconds, Tachikoma restores HP equal to 15% of max HP every second. This is good. So for 5 seconds, that's what? 60, that's 75. 75? Yeah. 75% max health Tachi is going to regenerate while that person is paralyzed, which is really, really good. So that's a really good big self-heal. Almost 100% self-heal. Of course, she's going to be taking damage throughout that time, so it's not going to look like 75%. First common skill, energy barrier. So Tachi creates a shield equal to 30% of her max HP. So max HP is like the total. You see the total on the side, and if there's any like modifiers from trophies and anything that's added to her as soon as the battle starts, that's the value. The max possible value of her HP is what the shield is going to be based on. 30% of her max HP. Talent effect simultaneously allows other allied heroes to gain 50% damage reduction from Tachikoma for 8 seconds. I think the Guardian state is a flat 60% damage reduction. So you're going to notice this is a theme in her kit, that she's going to give a lot of damage reduction to allies. So puts up the shield. The shield is going to, apply the shield to anybody around her, right? Surrounds allies. It's a fairly big bubble, kind of like Miranda, actually. No, it's not. It is small individual bubbles. So creates a shield for all surrounding allies. Doesn't say what the radius is for the surround, though. Exclusive effect, energy barrier enhancement. So allied heroes also have a 40% chance, based on Tachikoma's accuracy, to receive Guardian State for 8 seconds. That's kind of funny, because the talent modifier reads allows allied heroes to gain 50% damage reduction for 8 seconds, and then you gain Guardian State, which is 60% damage reduction. It's the little shield icon. You'll see the shield icon. It's just more damage reduction, but this one's based on accuracy. So 40% base chance, meaning 200 to make it an 80% chance, 300 accuracy to make it a 100% chance of gaining Guardian State. So just a whole lot of damage reduction being thrown out. Second common skill, artillery. Tachikoma charges its cannons and fires in a fan-shaped area, dealing damage equal to 40% of max HP. It also has a 60% base chance, based on accuracy, to knock them down. Okay, so this is one instance where the base chance is higher. So 200 accuracy is going to make it a 120% chance to knock down. So with Guild Tech, say you got the accuracy max in your Guild Tech, you really only need about 82, 85, somewhere around there. Because just say about 85 accuracy if Guild Tech is maxed out, to make it 100% chance to do knockdown. Knockdown is how tanks do damage under, I can't remember the commander, under their commander. And then with, Titan's Hammer gives even more damage. You really want to make sure that is 100%. So you do need some accuracy in Tachi's kit. Exclusive effect. Talent effect. If it hits fewer than 3 targets, the skill cooldown is reduced by 50%. So say like on a single target boss, or if just for some reason it only hits 1 target, aka the Collab event, so that it's going to do more damage. The cooldown of this skill gets reduced a little bit, and then it's going to happen a lot faster. I keep clicking off. Exclusive effect, cannon artillery enhancement. So enemy heroes under fire. So enemy heroes that are attacked by this ability will have their damage reduction reduced by 15%. So giving you a way to do more damage. You're basically debuffing their armor, right? You're applying a debuffed armor, or basically debuff to your enemies. So that's cool. 15%, nothing big, but it's a little bit more damage you're allowing your other tanks to do. At the beginning of battle, this is the passive. At the beginning of battle, Tachikoma gains the Guardian State for 6 seconds. What's the Guardian State? It's reduced damage, 60% reduced damage for 60 seconds. A lot like Pandemonium. Pandemonium has the same kind of skill. After being in combat, that's a typo, after being in combat for 30 seconds, Tachikoma gains an enhanced effect, which is just immunity to crowd control, which is fine. That's nice. That's going to allow her to keep putting up her shields, doing her ultimate, doing her abilities, doing her thing. So the first 60 seconds of battle, you're going to get the Guardian State. So you're going to have that. Then you're going to have all the other ramping damage reduction on her kit. So very, pretty much maxed out damage reduction. And then after 30 seconds, you're also going to get immunity to crowd control, or CC. And actually 20 seconds. So with level 3, Tachikoma gains it at 20 seconds or after 20 seconds. See, there it's worded properly. After being in combat. I don't know why they screwed that up. They should change that. Talent modifier reads, if there are any other Section 9 heroes or Collab heroes on the allied side of the battlefield, like Purin should be, Tachikoma's Guardian State will continue to be active until all heroes are dead. So this, if you run this with any of the Collab heroes, you're going to greatly increase the survivability of Tachikoma, because it's going to have that 60% damage or reduced damage for 60 or for the entirety of the battle, and then you're going to tack on all the extra damage reduction. And the exclusive 30 is when Tachikoma dies, all allied heroes gain Guardian State for 15 seconds, right? So just if death, then give 60% damage reduction to the entire team, which is okay, but that is definitely not groundbreaking, because you don't want any of your heroes to die unless your goal is to use Tachi as basically sacrificial lamb, slider up front where, like, say a Zeta would be. That is a possibility. Yeah, all the YouTube's coming in right now. So that's the kit. Basically, builder for lots of HP, damage reduction, and then you do want a certain amount of accuracy. 300 to give, what was that? 300 to give Guardian State to all your allies for 8 seconds when this skill is what happens, but only 85-ish to do the knockdown. So I'd say your range is from 85 to like 300 for accuracy, then max HP, damage reduction, all that good stuff. So let's look at the exclusive. It is an HP, damage amp, damage reduction, typical tank exclusive. Again, I am saving my red runes. We have 4 new heroes that came out this month. You can't red rune them all unless you're a big old whale or a kraken. I am not taking her to X30. I'm not even recommending it. I'm going to say on my spreadsheet, X20 is just fine. Just fine. Of course, the main benefit of X30 is you're going to get all that extra HP, right? Which ramps up Tachikoma even more on all her abilities and whatnot, survivability, etc., etc., etc. So what does the game recommend? HP damage reduction, opportunistic or vigorous. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. Talent modifier or talents, do them all. Let's read some of these. Every time there's an enemy around, the energy recover increases by 20%. So basically how that should read is every time there is an enemy in close proximity to Tachikoma, energy recovery is increased by 20%, right? So you're going to gain more energy the more people when surrounded by enemies. When HP drops below 20% for the first time, restores a total of 1.6 of the max HP in 8 over. So is that is that over 8 seconds? Because that is an abysmally low amount of HP to gain. That is a minor heal. When critically struck, the damage is reduced by 8%. Okay, so that's basically 8% crit damage reduction. And this effect can only happen every 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Crit damage reduction is good, because there's crit damage reduction right there. So cool. All right. The lower the HP falls, the higher the extra attribute the hero will get when covered by a shield, up to 8% of the shield value. So the lower that that your HP is, the bigger, up to 8%, you will increase the shield by up to 8%. So what does that mean exactly? If we go back to the kit, where's the shield? It's right here. So Tachikoma creates a shield equal to 30% of her max HP. That's going to go up to 38% at lower health ranges. So just a little bit more shield. So shield is also an important part of her kit, which is going to dictate some of the gearing. So let's go look at that gearing now. So I got 2 sets built here. Since this unit is a big old shielder who not only shields themselves but shields all other allied units, the ideal set, even though they don't recommend either of these sets, you can go kind of 2 ways. I think that this is going to be the ideal way. I think this is going to be the PvP endgame one. You want to do accuracy. You have to do Hawkeye. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't have accuracy in here. If you don't knock down, you are not really doing anything if you're a tank. Knockdown is the tank's main ability because that's going to dictate their damage. Let's go back to equipment. So I'm going to recommend a Herald set with a Hawkeye subset. So you could, I guess you could just go with an accuracy helm and then do vigorous substats. That might work as well. But keep in mind, a two-piece vigorous set gives 15% extra HP, whereas a helm, HP helm, gives 50% HP. So you're gonna get much, much more. You're gonna be way more efficient in your stats if you go a two-piece Hawkeye and then a full HP helm. And then make sure you just get enough from substats to get that 85 accuracy on your gear, from your gear. Because if you look at my total substat, like I have, what is that? That is 149 accuracy, which, yeah, 150, I think around 150 total makes it 100% chance to get knocked down. No, 150 makes it a 105% chance to get knocked down. So that overcaps you. You really only have to be like 145-ish, somewhere around there total, to 100% chance that knockdown. So gear, again, Herald, Hawkeye, HP hands, HP head, damage reduction boots. Just huge, big old, huge damage reduction stat. Why not, right? That pretty much is going to like totally cap out your damage reduction, even though damage reduction suffers from diminishing returns the higher it goes. So what you want to look for substats is damage reduction, HP, and accuracy. You see no accuracy there, a little bit of accuracy there, damage reduction, HP. 2 rolls of accuracy there. I don't know why they don't have accuracy as a flame, because there's so much accuracy built into her kit. She needs it. She really doesn't need it. Just need that much, because her base chance is really, really high, 60%, but she still needs accuracy. So look for HP, damage reduction. Since it's a tank, crit damage reduction as well. You see there, I got HP on the legs, HP accuracy on the chest, and then I got an accuracy 2 roll there, HP 1, damage reduction. That's basically how you gear her. Now for the Collab event boss, if you are watching this within the next 2 weeks at the time that I'm recording this video, you can do this. So this is where you might want to run an opportunistic or a full vigorous set, because you don't really give 2 hoots about accuracy in the Collab event. All of her damaging abilities rely around max HP. And as such, you do kind of want to build a max HP set for the Collab boss only. So HP hands, HP, as much HP as possible. Damage reduction means nothing because the boss doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Accuracy means nothing because you're not relying on knockdowns to do your damage, because you're not running the Tank Commander, you're not running Titan's Hammer. HP for the Collab boss. Otherwise, run this or pause. I don't want to recommend opportunistic, because I've right now, initial testing, I think her main purpose is to supply the shields for your allies, and to do that you might as well capitalize on a Herald set, which is going to increase shields by 30%. And then you're going to get that benefit of the other 8% stat that ramps scales by HP lost. This, I believe, unless something changes, is going to be your ideal way to gear. Now, the thing with Tachikoma is that I don't think there's a whole lot of uses for her really yet. So the tank team as is right now is Pandemonium, Zeta, Wamagon, Teresh, and then either someone like Miranda or Rez as a support. I don't know if I feel comfortable putting in Tachikoma for Zeta, although, like what? Let's see, her health is just way too low. 3.7 million. I tried running her frontline, but she's just too squishy. Zeta's 4.7, Wami's 5.8. Teresh 5.7. Like even Panda, who is the squishy tank, is 4.3 higher. You know, higher HP. And if I was to switch out her gear with Vigorous, still I'm on the low end of all the tanks, 4.3, but then again, she is not hyper evolved either. So it's kind of odd. If you want to actually do damage, you got to run accuracy, which is going to lower your HP. If you want to run shields, if you want to buff shields, you got to run lower HP. So I don't know if I really like her yet, but you guys tell me if you like her. Where you would use her? Well, let's see. Obviously, you can use her in the Collab event. I'm not clicking on that button because the music demonetizes my videos. I'm not clicking on it. No, not gonna do it. My Purin video, totally demonetized. I can't fix it, so not touching that button. And I'm not redoing that video either. You could, let's go to the border. So I can't test in Battlefield of Azura. It's not open. And I didn't have her ready yesterday. But if you were going to run her in here, let's just show you. This is the other place where you want to run tanks up front. So here's a situation where this is where we're going to do some testing. This is where normally I would have a support in here. And the support usually dies if you've seen my video on Thundercliff Stage 10. So you see, let's see, how's everyone geared? Everyone's geared properly except for Panda. There we go. We want max accuracy. So let's see how Tachi handles this fight. So I'm just watching Tachi. She's got the damage reduction stayed up. There's the shield. That's a huge shield bar. Half of her health bar is shield. And all the other tanks also got that shield, which was really, really nice. So here comes her ultimate, which is just, and she picked Leo. Leo is now stunned or paralyzed, and Tachi's unloading on him, which isn't doing a whole lot. Everybody's got the shield buff except for Teresh. Everyone's got Guardian State. There's the shield. There's the main shield that she's given to all allies. You see they all have it, which is really, really nice. Lots of big old healthy shield buffs on your entire party. So now Tachi is still got her Guardian State, but no shield. A little bit squishy. And there she goes again. Looks like she picked, who is that? Barog. She's actually paralyzed Barog, which is really, really nice. Barog being just stopped in his tracks is actually kind of sweet. And you see, everybody's at full health. No healers on this team. I have 0 healer on this team. Yes, it is a PvE. They are full health, going strong, doing their thing. So you could technically run a 5-tank team. It might work. But let's go try in some PvP first before we move on to that. Because, yeah, I'll come back to you later. I'll get that one ticket in. So let's try some PvP, because in PvP for tanks, if you don't put res in there, then you're susceptible to hunters. You're more susceptible to hunters. So caution. Oh, trooper. I'll read your message later there, troop. So let's see. Let's find something we can kill. Here's tanks. So I'll show you my PvP tank team. So let's pull res out of there and let's put in old Tachi. Tachi Station for you Expanse fans. So let's check out, oh, no, wrong gear set. Let's go to that. Let's see how tanks, this is my tanks versus their tanks. Pretty even fight. You see it's 6.6 versus 6.7. But they have res and I have Tachi. You see that all of my tanks are 120, hyper evolved except for Tachi. And they've got almost all of their tanks except for Zeta. I'm assuming their Zeta is an X30, mine's not X30 as well. So let's just watch this straight up mirror match and see if Tachi being like a support / tank is better than saying running res. So Wamagon's in the back. Wamagon's doing their thing. Their Teresh or their Panda got off first, and Tachi's dead. Okay, right? So So their res probably slowed down my panda and caused me to not go off first and die. So mirror match is kind of gross. Who was that? Was that Molly? I think that was Molly. Let's see what happens when I flip in my... no, not you. Res. Let's see if that changes things. Let's see if that makes me win this time. Let's see if I get off mine first. Whose panda's going first? There you go, look. My panda now going first. My res sufficiently slowed down their panda. I go first. I probably win. So let's just fast forward. No, I still lost. But you know what? Mirror matches suck. Who else can we find here? Assassins. Caraxia. Nope, not gonna do that. That's not gonna, you're not gonna learn nothing. Again, tanks. It's either gonna be tanks or assassins, I fear. Oh, look at, there's a tank team with Tachi. So someone's running it. What's Mojo running? Summoners, okay. Well, tanks beat summoners anyway. But let's chuck Tachi in here. See how it goes. Oh, I just noticed something. My Tachi, I don't know why I kept flipping the gear set. Flipping the gear set. There we go. And was that a defeat? Did I see a defeat against summoners? So Tachi got everybody shielded. Everybody's got Guardian State except for Trash. There goes Panda. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of cleared out the field of summons, but I don't think tanks are gonna win this. I don't think my tanks are gonna win this. Zeta's dead. Tachi's still going, but there's her heal. Look at her heal up to full. That was kind of cool to see. Yeah, they got pretty much their whole summon crew up top. They're still alive. Well, now I just killed Doralee. And Dora gone. Let's watch Tachi heal up again here. Oh, no, Tachi's dead. Tachi's dead. Well, with all the CC, I don't think this is going to go too well for the old tank team. Let's see if we can kill Sif, maybe. Yeah, we're going to win this with Tachi, but it was dicey. It was dicey. All right, well, tanks beat summoners, but they beat summoners before. So I'm not too surprised on that one. What's Striker running? Weird team. I don't think I got anyone on my friends list that has like energy. It's all assassins, and yeah, assassins are gonna kill tanks. It's all just assassins and tanks. So here we go. So let's try this one. This is, well, it's a 5.7, so it's a punch down. And no one's hyper evolved. That's not gonna tell us anything. I'm just gonna wrap it up there. Tachi, take her or leave her. Take it or leave it. I don't think Tachi's really that great. I'm not impressed, if I'm being honest. If the Collab team itself becomes its own PvP team, since there is some strictly Sector 9 synergies in her kit, then maybe she'll be better. But for right now, today, for the next 12 days, I'd say really her only main use is in the Collab event, ladies and gentlemen. So, not impressed. It's a slightly better Zeta. That's pretty much how I'm going to sum her up. She's a slightly better Zeta, but I should have left this for final thoughts. So let's go to that right now. And yeah, that I did pretty much sum it up in that end little blurb right there. She is basically just a better Zeta. That's it. So right now, I think that she's kind of tied for weak. She's I'd say she's better than Batu out of the Collab units, but not by much. So develop her slowly. Don't spend a whole bunch of gene hybrids on her. Don't deplete yourself, because we do probably have an energy hero coming up in 2 weeks that's going to make the energy team really, really good, given the fact that we just had a new energy prototype announced. So I don't know. I give her a C-.
She can still be used, so she doesn't get you know, an F. I'd say a D plus. We're gonna give her a D plus. So you guys tell me what you think of Tachikoma. Where is her ideal spot other than the collab event? I don't see her really blowing my socks off anywhere. Maybe I will try her in the Azutra battle, but I really don't see her really performing that well there either. So we're gonna wrap this one up right here, guys. That's the deep dive into Tachikoma. Word of the day. Word of the day. Stress ball. Because I got this little weird stress ball thingy. Stress ball, put that down in the comments. I'll only made it to the end of the video, and I will thank you profusely. Till next time, everybody. Cheers, peace. Have a good weekend. Night-night. Bye-bye.